Fan on keto. We have 2 channels. I thought I'd do a live stream. I don't know who that was, but I thought I'd do a live stream quickly. I've got 15 minutes to do a live stream. It's actually quite mild. I'm going to go and meet my kids at the park. My wife's waiting for me. So I'm in southwest UK. I'm near Bristol. I'm in a town called Weston-super-Mare. My name's Louis. I'm nearly 58. Now, I'm very proud to run this channel. Very proud. This is called Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, because I am an Elvis fan. I've been an Elvis fan for over 50 years. Now, it's a how can I say it? It's a funny one, because the reason I discovered Elvis, it was almost an accident. I found an old record hidden away in my father's junk cupboard. Elvis Presley, I Just Can't Help Believing. I sort of stumbled on it by mistake. My dad in the 70s, this is around 1971, 72. My dad had this old Philips radio that allowed you to slot 45-inch records into it. And I put this song in, this very old-fashioned Philips radio. It was a stand-up radio. I slotted the record into it. I Just Can't Help Believing. Never heard it before. Didn't really know about Elvis. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And this beautiful voice came out of this vintage radio set. Obviously at the time it wasn't vintage. And this little boy, this little 4 or 5-year-old boy, Louis, me, couldn't believe what he was listening to. Literally. Couldn't believe it. And the song was I Just Can't Help Believing. And that began my life as an Elvis fan. A very quiet, insecure boy growing up in a rough time in the UK where there was a lot of racism. Dads were very strict. You hit your kids when you're naughty. You didn't hit them once. You hit them most days. If you were very naughty, you hit them many times. It was the 70s. It wasn't unusual for a dad to hit the kids and the mum. So discovering Elvis Presley to me was a very special thing. Because growing up in a household, hi Adrian, growing up in a household, a violent household, but then discovering Elvis. So to me, I saw Elvis as a way out. Now, I didn't realize it at first. I started to discover other songs. I think the second song I discovered was It's Alright, Mama. So then I would start buying singles. I would start listening to anything Elvis, buying magazines from the local newsagents, W.H. Smith's. Do you have a W.H. Smith's where you are, guys? I built up a collection of magazines. I had some records. I had some massive, giant-sized posters on my wall of Elvis. So as a little boy, they seemed enormous because I was so small. I was a very small child. I was a twin, so I was unusually small. So I had posters on my wall. So then I wanted to look like Elvis. A little Greek Cypriot boy. A little Greek boy. That's what I was, with Greek Cypriot parents. I was the only Greek Cypriot boy that wanted to look like Elvis, that loved Elvis. All of my friends were into different music, but not me. Not me. I wanted to be like Elvis. So I gelled my hair with this Brill cream you could buy back in the 70s. I went to Boots, the chemist, and bought this little tub. Can you shout at my son? He is 7. Susan Kite. Of course I can. Susan Kite. Hi. Hello, Joe. Hi, Joe. 7 years old. I'm in southwest UK near Bristol in a town called Weston-super-Mare. I'm in England. So hi Joe. So discovering Elvis as a boy transformed my life, how I walked, how I acted, my hair, how I dressed. I would go to school as a 5-year-old. I would turn my little white collar up on my little white shirt, and I had the words glittered onto my duffel bag, my rucksack. In gold glitter, it said, Elvis. You're welcome, Susan Kite. I felt special. I had discovered Elvis. I felt special. No more did the violence in my home that I grew up with have to rule my life. I had a new focus. I wanted to look like Elvis. I wanted to be like Elvis. So then I discovered the Elvis movies. Every Saturday afternoon in the 70s, we had Elvis movies playing. They would replay them, rerun them. Yes, I was in awe of Elvis. I loved all the cheesy movies. I thought they were amazing. So colourful, and Elvis looked so fit and fun and friendly and likeable. Everything about Elvis appealed to me as a little boy, age 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything appealed to me about Elvis. And when I used to go to school in the 70s, it was quite a violent time. So there was a lot of racism in the 70s. If you were a brown boy in the 70s, you were called a Paki and many other things. I was called a Paki and racist names. I was bullied and picked on all the time in the 70s. It was pretty normal in the 70s to be picked on. But my focus was Elvis. And I really do feel that my love for Elvis got me through the 70s. I've always thought this. Bye, Susan. I've always thought that my love for Elvis got me through the 70s. I've always thought it was enough of a distraction to make me see a different world, to see the possibilities of a future in England. I started to believe in myself. King Creole is such an amazing film. I started to believe in myself. I started to think I can do more with my life. I used to watch Elvis and think, well, if he can do it, I can do it. And I don't mean singing or acting. He had a self-confidence that shone from him. He had an inner confidence. Maybe that's the confidence that made him walk into Sun Studios. There was something about him that said, you are worth it. You are important. You do matter. Even as a little boy, a little insecure brown boy in the UK, he changed my life. Elvis changed my life, guys, in the 70s. And I've always followed his path. I've always followed his path. My love for Elvis, my connection to Elvis always stayed with me. I can't even put it into words, just how much Elvis helped me in my life. This is why I run a channel called Defending Elvis Presley. Yeah? I run a channel called Defending Elvis Presley on YouTube. And I love defending Elvis. I love it. It comes from the heart. It's no effort for me. Elvis can't defend himself. And then I learned just how badly treated he was by Priscilla. Then I learned just how badly treated Lisa Marie was by Priscilla, which made me want to defend Elvis even more, because Elvis's image and reputation have been really badly portrayed, really unfairly portrayed. So I am on a mission to defend Elvis, Lisa Marie, and the bloodline with Team Elvis. I have a group of people that help me called Team Elvis. I'm so proud to defend Elvis, but here on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, we also care about people's health. We care about what you guys eat, how long you live, how well you feel. I feel that people over 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 can still love life. And this is why we do the keto diet, the carnivore diet. This is why I promote it, because I really do believe many Elvis fans could benefit from this diet, guys. So anyway, it's just a quick little walking live that I wanted to do. And I owe Elvis, guys. I owe him, and I will always pay him back with love. I will defend him because he can't defend himself, and I'll do it with pride, and I'll do it with Team Elvis. Anyway, guys, thanks, Adrian. Thanks, Susan. Just a little live, and I'll be back later. So